Do you hate daylight saving time? Some people do. And this time of year, it's better because we got an extra hour of sleep. And there are many ways to look at it. Did you know that Ben Franklin wrote about it in 1784? Though some think it was satirical writing. First, though, let's look at why we have daylight saving time. And that's right, it is saving, not savings. We are saving time, not having a savings of time. Okay, I'll move on. Did you know that it was also known as wartime? In 1918, during World War I, there was a law that required that we add more daylight to conserve energy. And after the war was over, it was back to business as usual. Or really, time as usual. Then during World War II, we did it again. And after that, everyone basically decided independently if they wanted to observe it. And that made for a hodgepodge of different times and time zones. How confusing. Then in 1966, the federal government got involved and passed the Uniform Time Act. That made it so we all observed proper and similar time. And I agree, it made it less confusing. In 1974, Congress decided the permanent daylight saving time was needed to help conserve energy. And everyone complained about kids going to school in the dark, and it was repealed a year later. So why are we subjected to it now if it was repealed? Good question. The 1974 law was repealed, but not the Uniform Time Act. It required the states to keep the start and end time uniform if they chose to do daylight saving time at all. And we tend to think that most things affect our lives must be a federal law. In this case, the federal law was repealed. Anytime a federal law is repealed or overturned, it doesn't mean that thing is eliminated. It just means it's left up to the individual states to decide on their own what the people of that state want. Arizona and Hawaii, they chose not to observe it. Indiana started in 2006. And most states still do it, while some want year-round saving time. And if you don't like it because of having to get used to the change twice a year, well, that's fair. However, if you want the saving time permanent, you really just want to change the time zone, moving California from Pacific time to Mountain time. We can't change time zones. And the argument is moot anyway, because until Congress makes it permanent, we're stuck with what we have. And on that, why is it so dark note? That's it for our show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on All the Right Moves with Jeff Moss.